Alice was a wrathful woman of the spade, and righteously she held a sharp blade within her hand, never hesitating to slay on within her whim, creating pecks of blood that followed her through Wonderland. Deep into the darkened forest, Alice walked the line, captured and imprisoned as an embodiment of sin. If it were not for the murderous fate left behind, no one would have suspected that she had ever been. The second Alice was a fragile man of the dying, the broken echo of the lies within demented words. He sang his twisted melodies to all in Wonderland, creating the image of the sick and disturbed. Deadly yet so beautiful, a voice just like a rose, was shot by a madman who silenced him to death. Single rose bloomed in his place with no music composed, with twisted grins dying manly breathing his love. The third Alice was innocent, young girl of the club, an enchanting graceful figure in the world of Wonderland. She charmed the people in the land to every beck and call, a peculiar country answering to each command. So she rose to the hot throne to be the country's queen, consumed by paranoia of her own impending death. Soon the queen to come to a deck in nightmarish dream, disguised in kindness, loathing, fate chose her to redeem. And as this passed, two children walked in the woods, partaking in tea underneath the trees they'd never part. They found an invitation to the queen. It was the Ace of Hearts. The fourth Alice was a duo of curiosity. Both were lost and they could not find the boat where they began. So they met through countless open doors so recklessly, a brother and a sister running wild in Wonderland. A stubborn elder sister, a witty younger brother. They had strayed too far into Alice of Wonderland. They were never woken from the terrifying dream. Forever they would wander in this twisted fairy tale. The fifth Alice was a purple samurai. He was a hero known around the Wonderland, fighting many battles and winning many wars, cherished by everyone in the town. This Alice was a war hero, but he had been framed for the crime of treason, sentenced to death by the guillotine. He was killed in front of his townspeople.
The sixth Alice was a pink little girl. She was a baker in the Wonderland. Every day people would line up to buy her food. Over time she became very wealthy. But this Alice finally stopped, driven insane by repeating the same things. Took a butcher knife and stabbed her own just repeatedly, found it on the floor of her dear bakery. The seventh Alice was a drunken, stubborn girl, going to all the bars in her Wonderland, going in and out of them all hours of the day. But she would soon meet her fate. This Alice was sitting in a bar, fell to the ground with blood coming out of her mouth. The people around her began to laugh. She had been poisoned by her own villagers. Walking through the barren field,
she had forgotten all about the war. Arrows and bullets flew around her, yet she remained safe from harm. The eighth Alice was a spunky green girl. She had prized herself as the jewel of Wonderland, with blue eyes that shone like the foam of the seas. Her beauty was the best that the people had ever seen. Along came another girl, and she had greater beauty. This created rivalry between the two. At last this feud came to an end. The second girl had shot the first beauty dead.